Architectural Builders Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
Steel Dutch door, but I don't need a 3-hour label one. It doesn't have to have any rating on it. And I could use it in a 3-foot wide door. I'm just wondering if you sell that.
Yes, of course.
That's an option. Because I don't see any options for width. I see options for height.
Yeah, being made to order, all that is detailed at the time of order.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So, that being said, could I get a price from you for a 3070 steel Dutch door with a, let's see, a single shelf.
Okay.
Although I kind of like the double shelf. I think a single shelf will do, though.
Okay. What is the rest of the information? Tell me everything that you know.
Well, I guess that's it. We're just looking for a slab. And thickness-wise, I guess I don't have a preference there.
In terms of the door thickness?
Yeah.
Good, because it'll be 1 3/4.
Okay, that's what it is then.
Yeah. So you said you're looking for the door slab, a single shelf,
Yeah.
and the door is 1 3/4. That's all you need?
Yeah.
What about a frame?
Well, I guess I'm assuming that the hinges would line up with something I might have out here. I'm calling from Utah. But
Okay.
that being said, I guess it would be more simple just to have it hung in a frame, huh?
Wouldn't come hanging in a frame, but unless you had a Dutch door frame, you'd definitely want to have one.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah, thanks for walking me through that. Yeah, let's include the frame as well.
Okay. Is the frame 3-piece knockdown, or is it to be welded?
It's an exterior frame, so I'd prefer it welded.
Okay. And how are you going to anchor it to the frame, to the wall?
We've got a metal buck. It's going in a shipping container.
Oh,
so,
okay.
So if we have a metal buck that goes around the perimeter, then we would just anchor it to that.
Or weld it to that.
Or weld it, yeah.
Yeah, I would think in
welded.
this case you want a knockdown frame, meaning you can, cut your hole in your container, put your buck in, take your 3 pieces, get it squared and onto the unit, and then weld it. If you take it as a welded frame, you're going to find it hard to wrap or have any part of that buck or corrugated face go into the throat of the frame. That's how I would prefer to do it. But you might say, no, I'm gonna have it a 1/4 inch bigger than the OD of the frame, and I'm gonna slide it in place, and I'm gonna weld it. But if you're going to be doing some sort of field modification, cutting and welding, you don't want the frame to be welded because A, you can do it. B, it's less propensity for damage when it's knocked down in transit. And C, it won't cost less. It'll actually cost more for you to do it than the factory. But given your application, that's how I would go.
Okay. My only concern with the knockdown was the seams, the joints.
The miters at the
corners
head of the jam, sure.
Yeah, the miters, yeah.
Yeah, well, do you weld or will you be welding at all?
Yeah, it'll be, I am an amateur welder.
Okay,
so we would have a professional come in to take care of that part.
Well, I'm an amateur welder as well, and I,
you know what you're talking
if,
about.
well, that's true. I do. It's just the point of the matter is you would have whomever welds it. I possess that skill set, and I'm quite amateur. You would weld not only the frame to the buck, but you would weld those miters, and then you would dress the welds. You would grind them.
Okay.
And if you're good, you wouldn't need anything other than grinding and then sanding it, meaning no Bondo after the fact. But that's what you would do.
Right. Okay. All right. I'm thinking of some knockdown frames that were installed in a assisted living facility that we designed, and I don't know, they weren't beautiful, but it sounds like what you're talking about is it's a knockdown frame, but they'll still weld those miters and then grind and dress them, and they'll look fantastic after they're done.
When it's done by someone who's not too shabby at welding, you won't know it's been done. So
yeah,
you know.
Okay.
Although it's a shipping container, I mean, it's
yeah.
Anyway, I think you see where I'm going with that. It needs to be, the frame needs to be true plumb level and square. If it's all of those things, if you need a little touch of Bondo on it, okay, no one's going to call a technical foul on you and eject you from the game.
Sure.
So how thick of a wall would you end up having? Meaning, how deep or what size should the throat of the frame be?
Well, here's the thing. We have a buck that it's going to go in.
Yeah.
It's you take the thickness of the wall, which is going to be approximately, and I say approximately because I'm not 100% sure on the flutes, the depths of the fluting. It's going to be about 3 inches because of the insulation that we have and the furring that we'll have in this shipping container. But we're going to have a buck that actually comes in, a metal buck that comes into the inside of the wall, but also has a metal plate that goes out to the very outermost part of the fluting and then a half an inch past that. And so this frame will fit inside the back of the jamb of the frame will fit flush to the inside of the wall, and then the base of the frame will be somewhere within the buck. So we're not trying to fit it around a wall. It's just going to fit up to it.
Okay. So you're not going to have any portion of that going into the throat of the frame. Okay.
No.
So everything I said previously about it not being welded doesn't really apply anymore. We're just going to you would need to coordinate what's the OD of the frame in relationship to what your rough opening is. Or if that rough opening is already created, then I need to know that in order to manufacture it. Knowing, is that opening already done?
No. It's just this thing's on paper only.
Right on. Okay, so you'd be able to cut the size per. Okay. So a welded frame would be nice.
It's whatever size you want it to be too.
Well, in this case, we would just go with a standard 3070. It's going to be 40 by 86 on the OD, and you'll make your opening a 1/4 inch bigger. The frame will slide in. You'll shim it in place, and then off to the welding races we go. I would say that a standard throat opening would be, it can be anything. The frame's going to be made, but standard is about 4 7/8. I should say the most common. It sounds like it's a little too big.
Right. Yeah, because of the thickness of our walls is very minimal.
So it sounds like would like 3 5/8 be more appropriate?
3 5/8 is, well, do you have anything narrower than that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you just tell me what size you want.
Well, I don't know what the modules are. That's what I'm hanging up with.
Yeah. You know what? For pricing, it ain't going to matter whether it's 3 3/8 or if it's 3 15/16. It's not going to matter. So I'm just going to call it 3 5/8.
3 5/8. Okay.
Yeah, that'll be to be determined. Okay, so and you want a single shelf, actual throat. Okay. And the hardware that would normally go with that would obviously be 4 hinges. You're going to need a way to, so 4 hinges, you're going to need a lock set for the bottom leaf. You're going to need a bolt to secure the top leaf to the bottom leaf from the inside, and then you'll close the door behind you. I would think that you're going to want a threshold, and you'll have to figure out how you're going to get that attached.
Yeah.
But beyond that, would you need anything else?
I mean, sweeps.
Okay.
Door seals, because it's an exterior door.
Okay.
No,
of it.
Oh, let me see something here. So the door that I'm I'm looking at online is a it's a 3-hour rated door, and so initially I thought, well, I can't put vision glass in that. But if we can get whatever we want.
You can, by the way.
Okay. Well, that kind of changes
things. Your door's not rated, so it doesn't matter. And I was about to ask, did you want, did you want a vision light in that?
Yeah, we do. And what's the biggest size we can put in that top leaf?
Well, I mean, you'd really want to maintain 6-inch margins. Otherwise, the factory's going to say, yeah, there's not much left. So,
yeah.
Nominally 22-inch wide by, I think that top leaf is going to nominally be 84-inch. 44-inch. So, 22 by 36. Well, it'd have to be less than that. 22 by 32.
4.
Nominally.
Or 32? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm hearing 22 by 32 glass.
Right.
Okay. Yep.
What
that works.
Type of glass would that be? Just clear tempered or insulated?
Just clear tempered, yeah. Well, yeah, actually insulated would be best as well.
Okay. That really covers everything pretty standard. Was there any unusual requirement that you had over the door?
I think that covers it. In all of the door hanging I've ever done, I think we're good.
Awesome. Okay. So tell me, please, your email, and I will send you an email now. It'll be a paper trail of who I am, and then a second follow-up email will be a quote. Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program.